You know, most of us spend a huge chunk of our lives in a place that isn't on any map. It's this vast, constantly changing world built on data and connection. It's where we work, where we play, where we build whole communities. It's the digital world. And in a very real sense, we're all citizens of this new digital nation. But what does it actually take to be a good citizen in a world that doesn't have any borders?
It's a pretty direct question, right? But the answer, well, it's way more complex than you might think. See, being a good citizen in the physical world means things like voting, respecting laws, and pitching in to help your community. So what's the equivalent of that online?
So, at its core, digital citizenship is basically the set of skills and norms we all need to engage safely, ethically, and effectively when we're online. It's not just about knowing which buttons to click, it's about really understanding the impact of our actions on ourselves and on everyone else in this huge, shared digital space. Okay, so to be an effective digital citizen, you're gonna need the right tools. Think of this next part as your essential toolkit for not just surviving, but actually thriving in the digital nation. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Wow, okay, that's a lot, I know. At first glance, this might just look like a big list, but it really shows just how broad digital citizenship actually is. This is based on a widely recognized framework by a guy named Mike Ribble, and it goes way beyond just online manners. We're talking about everything from making sure everyone has access to technology, to understanding online shopping, to knowing your rights and even looking after your mental and physical health. It's the whole shebang, really. So, while all 9 of those themes are super important, let's just zoom in for a second on 2 that are the absolute bedrock of a healthy online world. First, literacy. And that's not just about using tech. It's about being able to think critically about the tsunami of information we face every day. And second, empathy. That fundamental, non-negotiable ability to remember that behind every single screen, there's another person. Getting these 2 right is absolutely essential. You know, every society has a kind of social contract, a set of shared rules and expectations for how we all behave. And the digital world, it's no different. It's all about understanding how our individual actions add up to create the online community we all live in. And that brings us to a huge concept, your digital footprint. Every single thing you do online leaves a trace. Every post, every like, every comment, every search, it all adds to this trail of data. And this isn't just a random collection of info. It's what builds your online reputation, a reputation that can be seen by friends, colleges, and yeah, even future employers. Now, the good news is you can totally manage your footprint. It really starts with taking a look at your privacy settings on every single platform you use, and just think before you post. Once something's out there, it can be almost impossible to take it back completely. It's also a good habit to search for your own name once in a while, just to see what your public profile looks like to everyone else.
It is so easy to forget this when we're just typing away behind a screen, isn't it? But this quote is such a powerful reminder of the human connection that's at the heart of every single online interaction. Things like politeness, respect, and empathy, they aren't optional extras. They are absolutely fundamental to a healthy digital society.
Okay, so we've talked about your responsibilities, but being a citizen isn't a one-way street. It's also about your rights. And right now, a new digital Bill of Rights is starting to take shape all over the world to help protect us in this new environment. Now, to really get a handle on these rights, we've got to understand the difference between 2 key ideas, privacy and security. Privacy is all about your right to control your personal information. It's about your autonomy. Security, on the other hand, is about protecting yourself from outside threats, like hackers or scams. It's about your safety. You really need both to feel confident online. Think of these as your basic human rights, just updated for the digital age. They include the right to get online in the first place, the right to express yourself, and, super importantly, the right to have your data protected. And this right to be forgotten is a really fascinating one. It's the idea that you should be able to get personal, irrelevant information removed from search results, giving you a little more control over your digital past. And look, these rights aren't just some philosophical wish list. They're actually being written into law. The GDPR over in Europe is a perfect example. It's a really powerful legal framework that basically forces companies to tell you how they use your data and gives you, the individual, a whole lot more control. All right, so you've got your toolkit. You know your rights, that's the foundation, but real, true digital citizenship is about action. It's about making that shift from just being a passive user to being an active, engaged member of the community. So what does an active citizen actually look like? Well, this framework shifts the focus away from a list of don'ts to a set of positive do's. It's about being informed, checking your sources, being inclusive, respecting that people have different views, and
being engaged, using technology as a tool to do some good in the world. Because at the end of the day, being a good digital citizen isn't just about protecting yourself or trying not to mess up. It's a proactive choice. It's about asking yourself, how can I use these amazing tools to contribute something, to create something, and to help build a better, safer, more positive digital world for all of us?
The thing is, this digital world we're all a part of, it's still under construction. The rules, the culture, the very architecture of it, we are all building it, right now, with every single click. And that leaves us with one last, really important question to think about. As this new world takes shape, what part will you play in building it?